Alright guys, so I'm feeling a bit ridiculous right now. Now, I know you guys realize that, well, some of you have seen the video where I posted that I welded my metal gears on my basher gear case, and I made it a heck of a lot faster. Well, I kind of didn't really take my time to go through this gearbox to really fully understand it and the possibilities that could come out of it. So here I'm giving you the best way of doing that modification. It is completely free. It's completely reversible, and it's completely genius, not dumb like welding gears that you're not going to be able to unweld and have them use like you used to before. So let's just pretend I never put that other video up. Now, here's what you have. Now, for some reason, the guys that designed this, I'm thinking they had a second idea. You know, they had something else planned out for it, or kind of like something else they could do with it. And I'll explain why right here. Now, the way that these work is that they actually engage to that final gear before it comes out to the axle itself. These actually go inside of that final gear and they lock into it, and that's how you get both axles to go through. That's like the differential, I guess. You know, it's a lock differential. But there's one thing about them. If you look at them, one of them is longer than the other. That is because the way that the gears sit, one of them has to be longer to be able to engage with that gear, which is this one right here, comes all the way across and engages with the gear, which is placed right here. Now, in going through this gearbox, I did some counting, very basic counting, and and I realized that I could remove the two gears that I replaced by welding the transmission. I could replace those by just flipping these around, putting this guy over here, and this one, which was original on this side, putting on this side, and then they will lock on the gear on this position, which is exactly two gears further to the left. What that does is it eliminates two of the gears, which each one of those gears is two reductions pretty much. So you end up with the extremely fast gear ratio that I had on that one that I had drifting. Now, I'm going to show you guys. This is not the metal gear case. This is the plastic. Now, you have that one gear right there, which engages to the, I guess you could call it the spur gear, which that one engages to the motor pinion gear, which goes in there. So that guy is extremely important. You're going to be using him, of course. This right here is the final gear, final drive, I guess. This is the one that locks with the two axles. Now, these two right here are the ones that we're going to get rid of, because this gear right here engages with that gear on the inside. That one engages with that one. This one and this one we can completely replace by just moving this guy into this position, and that happens automatically when you put the longer shaft in here. Now, there is a discrepancy in here which I am gonna try and fix real quick by getting on my trusty 3D printer, and it's that let me take these out so you can see. Take this one out. You're gonna need this guy, don't lose it. We'll take useless gear out, and we'll leave this guy here because those two are gonna stay out. Oh, we're not gonna leave this here because we gotta show you. All right, take this out, and let me see if I can get this out. Okay, you have that bearing. Now, this bearing is supposed to stabilize everything. You know, that's the job. The thing about it is, it's not really all that necessary, because if you guys have done the upgrade that you put the ball bearing there and the other ball bearing here, then you pretty much have two bearings on that axle anyway. So this one's not 100% necessary. If you want it, like I said, I'm gonna make an adapter possibly and just put it in here and have it to where it's gonna wrap around this bearing, and then you'll be able to use that. But honestly, I don't think that it's really necessary, because this is going to engage on this and on here, and it's going to be stabilized by those bearings there and the ones over here. So you have 4 bearings stabilizing it. So let me show you what it's going to look like once you put it together. Let me make sure I should on one. Okay, so you run this guy through here. Dun, 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 dun. That's all the way in. As you can see, it's got that stabilizing, that's a bushing, but we'll pretend it's a bearing, ball bearing. Then we're gonna put this guy here where it locks, and then we're gonna put 1 gear in here, and a little spacer right there. Now, it looks a lot more simple than what it was before. As you can see, we got rid of these 2, and then this will go in here, and boom, locked. Now both of them are locked onto that gear inside. So if I turn, oh, that's too hard. See how it's turning? Oh, for those guys that are always wondering, why do you have that long nail? Oh, you must be doing some cocaine or something. No, guys, get over it. I use it to play with my little toys. So that long nail helps me to turn axles or pick up little nuts and bolts. So anyways, you see they're both engaged onto that gear inside. So all it does, oh no, I don't have any light going in there. Alright, but you get the gist of it. Just, man, I wish I would have put some light. How dumb. Can't see it. Well, they're in there. You see the bearing on that one right there. They're all engaged, fully engaged. So that is the modification. That is it. Completely. That is the full gear reduction without having to weld any kind of gears or anything. If you wanted to go back and make it slow again, just take it apart, swap the axles from side to side, put those back in, and you're back to normal. And you're not gonna be like Gammy sitting there with welded gears that now he regrets welding because these are hard to come by. Anyways, I thought I'd share that, man. Hope this helps you guys. I know that the biggest complaint that a lot of people have with the bashers is that they're entirely too slow. This is going to give you way more speed that you ever wanted to have with your basher, and you're going to have a hell of a lot of fun. Things to look out for when you do this modification is make sure to put caps on your motors just for safety. Those caps will help the ESC to survive, because this is going to do some big, well, not really big, but higher amp draw trying to take off, because that motor is going to be under a whole lot more load. And there's going to be a lot of, frequencies, interference coming from the motor to the ESC, and that's really damaging to your electronics. Also, if you're doing a lot of speed runs without giving it a break, the motors, stock motors, they're not really all that. So they might start getting hot, and then the ESC is going to stop working for a little bit until they cool down. It's just, what you're going to get is like the ESC disconnects from the receiver, from the transmitter. And you're going to try and go, and it's not going to go. So I'm guessing that's a safety feature on that ESC that I didn't know of until I did this modification. So yeah, get ready for that. Just don't try to beat it too hard when you do this modification. This is for fun. This is, it'll make it really fast. But be nice to your ESC, because it will burn if you abuse it too much. Maybe not with the stock motor. I never had that issue. But if you start going down on the turns for the motor to get even more speed, those have a higher amp draw, so those may cause some damage. So if you stick to the originals, I don't think you're gonna have a problem at all. I really haven't. So, but that's the modification, man. And I'm sorry I put out that other video. Is, man, don't weld your metal gears. Just do this, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. Try it out. It only takes like maybe 15-20 minutes to do both axles, and you get to test the speed. If you don't like it, then don't do it. All right. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I can't even turn off the camera.